I don't know if you classify it as 50-50, but I just classify it as a partnership. We take care of each other.
That's not 50-50 to me. That's more free flowing. All right. Okay.
Okay. All right. That was cool, man.
Wait.
Cool.
Before we leave this, hold on. Who wants to be 50-50? Who wants to? Let me define it. Who wants
Other
to?
than you.
I'm never going off. Who wants to take the bills, the mortgage, the bills, put it on the spreadsheet, divide that shit by 2, say this is what you owe, this is what I owe. Who wants to do it that way?
That ain't for me.
I don't.
You
I
don't?
don't.
I don't
Okay.
think I don't know. I
All
don't
right.
want to do it that way.
I don't.
When we get off this this call, this meeting, you keep this same energy. Because they're watching.
So you telling me everything put on a spreadsheet. This is what the total is.
I can
You
show
got
you
half.
the
I
spreadsheet.
got half.
I can show it to you. It's right here.
They barbecuing. They gonna barbecue Brittney as long as she over here. There's gonna be a certain population of people that don't like it, and they gonna criticize it, and they gonna hold her to this crazy high level throughout the rest of her life.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy because she gay.
Yeah.
Let me see her coming home.
Wait a minute, Rodney. We got to go back. You said because she's gay. Well, what do you mean?
Welcome back, you no good bastards, to the Pod Deep Podcast. Be very quiet. Kick back. Listen up. Subscribe, comment, and like. Pod Deep Podcast. Pod Deep.
Welcome back. Pod Deep Podcast. Episode 23. Edition. We got the boys here. The boys are back. The 4 horsemen are back with you. Please like, share, follow anywhere you can get your podcast. Pod Deep Podcast. Also, YouTube. Go check us out. All right, gentlemen, we're going to get right to it today. Real easy question of the day for you. Okay. If you had the choice to make $100K a year and live in an 800 square feet apartment, but you couldn't move, or $40,000 in a $250,000 paid off house, what would you do and why? You could make $125,000 a year, live in an 800 square foot apartment, $40,000, live in a $250,000 paid off house. What would you do and why?
So let me
think about it.
So I'm going to make sure I heard it right. So you make $125,000 and live in an 800 square foot apartment, or make $40,000 and live in a paid off $250,000 house.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
How much is that house for $40,000?
$250.
$250, paid in full. Now, the caveat is you got to stay in them. Can't move out of them.
And for how long? For the remainder of your life, or what?
Forever.
Do I have a family or no? Because that changes the dynamic if I got a family.
Yes, let's make it harder. You have a family. Yes.
So I got a family, so that means wife and kids. So I'm going to go for I'm gonna do 40,000 and take the paid off house.
Reason behind it just because of the house.
Just because of the house. I mean, well, okay. So 250. So where I hate to keep putting caveats in it, but where are we located? You know, because 250 can go for in some places and then not go as for in other places.
Average neighborhood. No, average place. 250. What 250 will get you?
250. What 250 get you? Three bedrooms, 4 maybe.
Yeah, three, 4 bedrooms, a nice size, 2,000 square foot house.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with the 40,000, making 40, paid off house, because now I'm freed up of, I ain't got the worry about the $1,500 house note, I can flip my little 40. Flip my little 40, make it work for me, because I know I ain't got to worry about that house note. And my family, we living in a nice house. We ain't cramped up in that 800 square foot apartment. I think it'll be better off overall for my family, being in a house as opposed to trying to survive in that apartment. So I'll make 40 grand and have a paid off $250,000 house.
Let me go next. I agree. You take the 40,000 in the house. That makes more sense to me.
Squeak.
I'm taking that apartment all damn day. So when I think of a $250,000 house, the taxes involved with my 40,000 salary, I think I'll be living house poor. Anything that happens to that house at 40,000, I think it'll be a burden to me. You know what I'm saying? But when I think about making $125,000 in a square apartment, I just be on the maintenance people ass and stuff like that. I'll be living a good life, taking good vacations and stuff like that. But that 40,000, I don't think is enough to handle the overhead of the house, the maintenance of the house, birthdays, celebrations, storms come my way and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I know homes, having a home, that's equity and stuff like that of that nature. But I would take the apartment for just this scenario. I was thinking about doing the 40K, but I don't think with that salary I would be able to survive with the overhead of that house.
I'm in agreement with you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm in agreement with you, Squeak, on this. Man, 40,000 just can't go a long way. I just think you're right, house poor, where I couldn't afford what comes along with being a homeowner. Whereas, 125, at least you can get out of there, do some vacations. You can live a little.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, for me, I think the apartment would be the route that I would go.
Right.
Let me throw a twist to that. For the guys who took the house, if you change that to a salary of 200,000, would that change your opinion?
What was the question again? Said
you say 200,000 instead of 125.
If I change that number to $2,000 a year versus in that same scenario, would that change your opinion to go to the apartment versus the house?
How many people in the apartment with you?
Yes, just take your family now.
just because it's 800 square doesn't mean it can be no 3 or 4 bedroom apartment.
True. Be a little ass apartment.
Little, yeah.
I'll take the 200,000. in the apartment?
I mean, you know, I don't want to nitpick, but shit, if you making $200,000, why the fuck you staying in an 800 square foot apartment? I mean, like, but not to nitpick though. But you know, so if I'm making 40, that is my 40 the only money coming into our household?
Yes.
Oh well, I mean that changes the dynamic then, because I'm thinking. I guess this can kind of lead into some other conversation for us. But yeah. I mean, if my house is consisting of my $40,000 and that's it, my wife ain't working, then nah, you can't do it. You can't take the house because shit, you know, like you say, you ain't gonna be able to afford it. The upkeep.
All right, cool. Good deep thought question, boys. Good one.
That's good.
Rolling right into that. There's been a lot of conversation this week about 50-50 relationships, you know, where even when you're dating somebody, I want your opinion on 50-50, going half and half with your significant other. I want your opinion on 50-50 going in as like when you're in your relationship versus when you're married. I want to know if there's a difference in your opinion on going 50-50, and what do you think about the overall concept? You know, we all talk about traditional roles in the house. Men have a role, women have a role. But what if you could split everything down 50-50, housework, bills, finances, 50-50? I want to know what y'all feel about that. Who want to start? Who want to kick this off?
I kick it off. I think when you dating, 50-50 is what you think marriage is going to be. You know, you think you approach marriage 50-50. You know, I do my half, you do your half. But realistically, some scenarios that does not work. You know, from a man's standpoint, we ask women to marry us, not the other way around, right? So you ask somebody hand in marriage and stuff. And so you basically taking on her debt along with your debt. 50-50 really is not going to cut it if we're trying to be debt free. You know, 50, you pay all your bills, I pay all of my bills. That's roommate talk. You know what I'm saying? If we're husband and wife and we're working as a team, we're working as one unit, we need to pool all our money together. We need to look at all these bills and create a budget and create a plan. That way nobody feel like they being used, you know what I'm saying? They doing all of them work, you know what I'm saying? And you have those resentment feelings. If we're working together, her money comes in, my money comes in, and we knocking off bill and we got a percentage, okay, this goes to you, this goes to me, damn the 50-50. That's what I look forward to. She's doing her part, I'm doing my part. So I'm not a fan of 50-50.
Okay, so that's what you said. It's not working. Not a fan of the 50-50.
Nah, that's roommate talk.
I got you. Both relationships, and when you first started to date somebody, or when you married.
So when you dating,
and
you're moving in, it's 50-50. When you get married, you know, her debt, your debt. You know?
Explain that. What do you mean?
So like when she comes in with like student loans, and let's say you paid your student loans off, you got to help your wife. Your wife got to help you. So we got to tackle these bills. So we got to pull our money together. It can't be a situation where, you know, you're debt free, your credit is 8-1, but your wife credit is upside down. You know what I'm saying? And you just looking at her like, yeah, get your shit together, baby. We got to work together. We got to put a plan together. Because if I pass away, all my debt flows to her. You know, she has my name. Do you follow that part?
All right.
No, I don't follow. Let me go next.
Go ahead.
I've always been 50-50. For the most part. Sometimes stuff happens and you have to carry more. So it's never really technically 50-50. But for my answer, let's just say it's 50-50. But just know sometimes it may be 60-40 for a while, my side, something happens. But I've always been 50-50. To be honest with you, I wouldn't accept anything less. I wouldn't go into a situation where woman, wife, girlfriend was expecting me to pay 80-20 or 90-10 or all of it. That just doesn't interest me at all. Gotta be honest.
That's what's up.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
But
What
you
think,
make
Hot
a
Rod?
good point. I'm sorry. You make a good point about fixing your finances. If one is up and the other one is down, you have to pull the other one up. You're right about that. If that's the situation that you're dealing with, you're not wrong about what you said. So I don't want to come off like I'm saying you're wrong. That makes sense. I've seen people. My brother, I'll just say it. My brother, where his wife will get a big tax return check and he'll like be behind and she'll just run off with the money when instead of trying to help him level his stuff out or vice versa.
Right.
So yeah, that's not a real marriage when you're doing stuff like that. So you have a good point.
Yeah, I say do what works for you in your relationship. If 50-50 works, I mean, I don't know how 50 if you can actually ever be 50-50 unless you're getting a pen and a pen, paper, and itemizing every fucking thing, splitting down the middle. But just do what works for you in your relationship. If you want your man to pay 100% of everything, then shit, find you a man that's willing to do that. So I don't, like in my relationships, I don't know what, I never really put a percentage on it. We figure this shit out, never, it ain't designated like, okay, you pay this amount and I'm going to pay this amount, it's just whatever works for your relationship, but let me also, I don't believe in motherfuckers trying to emasculate a man because he ain't paying everything either.
Good point.
Just because these traditional of the man brings home the bacon, and so the fact that I can't, I'm making 40,000, okay, I'm making 40,000 living in a paid off $250,000 house. I'm trying to make this shit work.
Yeah,
I can't pay everything, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I think as a society, we kind of look down on a man if he ain't in the position to do it. Like he ain't hustling hard enough, or he need to do better. Like shit, but maybe that man is doing what he can do at that time. So I think that's the big picture for me. Do what works best for you and your relationship, but don't piss on another man because he ain't able to do what the next man can do.
I got a question once you answer your question, Sid. I got a piggyback question once you answer yours.
Dude, Hot Rod, there was some jewels right there, baby. There was some jewels. I first heard this question. I'm like, damn, am I a sucker? Cause it's like for years, I just took the brunt of everything. I've always have just taken the brunt of everything. I think it's because I want to live a certain lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
With my girlfriend, with my spouse, with whoever, I'm going to live the way I want to live. So, and now that I think about it, I really I want my spouse, significant other, to live the same exact way. I want to have nice shit. I want to live in a nice place. I want to drive nice cars. Therefore, I want them to join in on it. Now, I think how my situation went is I always been in every relationship. I've always been the breadwinner, bring home the most money. We could do things. As I've gotten older, I I've allowed my wife now to participate in all this stuff. It becomes so much better. It really does. It really does. When you got two people working for the same thing. I've also in the past experienced where when you don't make somebody pay for something, they don't treat it the same way you would treat it.
Right.
So I got mixed emotions. I've always been able to handle the full load, but what really kills me is when somebody don't appreciate that you're putting that full load.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I never had a 50-50. I don't even know what that looked like. And I'm even kind of jealous that some people got it. So that's how I feel on it.
I got to ask y'all a question in the same scenario, a little bit of what Rodney was saying. Okay, so let's say that in your marriage, and without anybody getting personal, let's just say within your marriage, your wife or your significant other makes more, let's say 2 times more than you. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, do you still feel like it's your duty to pay for everything? And let's say you're making like that 60 to that 80 range of money, and she's at the 250 plus a year. Do you still feel like, as a man, it's your duty to pay the big bills? Or do you feel like, we need to put this money together and knock these bills down?
Ooh, that's tough, man. That's tough. I don't know, man. I think I don't know. I think it's like some kind of pride
Ego?
piece that's in me. It is.
Yeah,
It is. I ain't gonna even hold
I hear you.
you. It's ego to me. It
Mm-hmm.
it really is. It really is an ego thing for me. It's gonna sound horrible. I don't know if I would want my wife to make that much more than me. You know what I'm saying? like 4 times what I make.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm falling short personally. I feel like I'm falling short, and I feel like I gotta do something better. That's how I would feel personally. I don't know. It'll be a real hit on my ego. So yeah, that's a bad answer, but that's a true answer.
I think it's a touchy situation. I think if you have a woman that keeps the gender rules to you, it'll be difficult for you. You know what I'm saying? But I think if you have a woman that's like, we'll just put this together, and what you make is what you make. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? We got our budget, and at the end of the day, you get yours and I get mine and stuff like that. We both are working towards the bill. But if you have a woman that's making 2 times more than you and sticking you with the gender roles of, hey, I don't care if you ain't got nothing left, you better make this shit work, I think that'll be a real problem.
Hell yeah.
So it sounds like you well, let me answer this. I don't give a fuck if she make more than me.
Me either.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me personally. I wouldn't like I'm comfortable enough in me and the shit I'm doing to where I'm like, damn, man, it's like fuck.
Nah, let me back that up. I do care. I care if she don't care. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear every 5 minutes you make more than me. I don't want you to try to belittle me about that, because I don't belittle you. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, if that's the case, then shit, it's more problems in their relationship than just money.
yeah, I mean, but sometimes people get on, they get a promotion, they work in a different field where they have a lucrative field, and it's like, congratulations on your promotion. You know what I'm saying? But that don't make me less than a man, because you know what I'm saying? You make more than me.
To me, that sounds like she just waiting for her moment to get in your ass about something.
Could be.
She would just wait.
Could be. You know what I'm saying?
So to me, if she is who I thought she was when I married her,
right,
then whether she making $20 an hour or $200,000 a year, right, I would expect that energy to be consistent, and her personality, her character to be consistent. So,
correct.
Yeah. What was the question? Was it making more, or I forgot? But anyway, I wouldn't trip.
I get you.
I wouldn't trip.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thought, Jay?
I'm sorry, man. Pose that question for me.
So, what if your wife or your significant other was making more than you, 2 times more than you, and still putting the rules of you're the man, you need to be handling the burden of the household?
But see, that wouldn't apply to me because I'm going 50-50.
So
I'm
listen.
trying to tell you.
So peep game. If you have somebody that wants to get a brand new house, like they can afford from their salary standpoint to
Yeah.
put you all in a 450,000 house, whatever that is, but your salary doesn't cover that.
Mhm.
You okay with that? If she's
No.
trying to stick you with the mortgage?
No, because on a different note, that doesn't make sense to me because I always think about what we can afford if one person falls off.
Right.
So I wouldn't go for something like that.
Okay.
Okay. So I forgot, like I got to rambling, so I forgot what the actual question was. So you were saying if the one I got on the tangent of the woman making more, but it was the woman making more and footing and having you stick to paying for everything.
That's what a man's supposed to do. Type of theory.
Gotcha.
Not that type.
Gotcha. So in that scenario, then no, it wouldn't work.
All right, cool.
Let's recap before we leave. I'm 50-50. What are you guys?
I'm
not
pooling.
50-50.
I'm not 50-50 either. I'm pooling. We pulling our money together.
Hughes, you pull your money together, then just pay the bills out of that.
We both pay the bill, so it's like a budget. We create a budget. That way, nobody gets stuck with my whole check went to this, and your whole check didn't go to that.
Wait a minute, it sounds like you 50-50.
That ain't 50-50. Like if you got one account and you dump all your money in that account, but then you do like what you call your allowance. You know what I'm saying? So you pull your allowance out, but everything else go towards the bills and then and towards your savings. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have one person holding on to 90% of their money from their check and doing what they want to do versus the other person who's losing 90% of their check. You follow what I'm saying? Which is the 50-50 concept. You know?
Are you 50-50?
No, I said
you just said that's the wait. You both put your money in.
Yeah.
The bills come in. You pay your bills out of that one bucket, right?
Right.
What the fuck am I missing? Is that not?
So somebody 50-50, what they would do, let's say they check is $2,000.
Yeah.
They may only give you $500 of that.
Because your bills are only $1,000.
Or however they feel is what they're gonna give you.
So you're saying if your bills come in $1,000, she puts in $1,000, you put in $3,000. You're saying all of that money you just split up?
No. You pool your money together.
Yeah.
You pull your money together. So her check comes in, my check comes in.
Yeah.
So we got one account at that point.
Yeah.
We knock all those bills down. Each one of us get our allowance for that particular week. You take that out. Bills come first. Then you throw whatever's remaining to the savings.
So if she spends more than what she put in, you don't care.
Yeah, you care. That's going against the budget.
Okay.
That's going against the budget.
Am I crazy? Why are you two over there being quiet?
I'm letting y'all get it out. I'm letting you get your understanding.
So 50-50 to me, I thought was go half on everything, and that's kind of what Hughes is explaining, right? It's half on everything, all in one pot. Everything is half, but the other part of that, Jay, is that you pay half and you keep a half. But Hughes ain't keeping a half. It's all being pooled into one. It's all being pooled into one place.
But
so I don't think his is true 50-50.
But she can't spend more than what she put in.
That's correct. So my definition of what I thought 50-50 was is you do your half, I do my half. That's what I thought 50-50 was. Is that not 50-50?
So Jay, say that again. What did you just say?
Me? Okay.
Yeah, what did you just say that she can't
Okay.
spend more than what she put in?
I'm just making up numbers. She puts 1,000 in. He puts 2,000 in. They pay their bills, right? And let's say their bills would eat up her 1,000 that she put in. Can she take more out of the account now? And he's saying no. You know what I'm saying? She can't take out more than she put in.
Take out to do what? To do what? Just like go shop or play
Yeah.
Fuck off some money.
Whatever. Shop. Whatever she wanted to do.
That's a discussion, but there shouldn't be no every 2-week type of behavior. You know what I'm saying? That's like hey, I may need this, I may need that. You know, that's both of us communicating that, but that's not no Houdini move where you put in 1,000 and then back door you take out 500. Nah. Nah.
You're 50-50, man. You're 50-50. You're 50-50. You're 50-50, and you're just saving what you don't spend on the bills and on your house. I mean, your discretionary money. You're 50-50.
I thought my definition, I thought 50-50 was like you cover your end, I cover my end.
I think
is that not 50-50?
That's a way to do it, but I think you guys are doing it that way. You just put all your money in one pot, and then you cover the bills.
Yeah, so it don't matter who pay it. You know, you have the money to pull it out that account.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go, but I'm just gonna say this one thing. I mean to cut you off.
Good.
The only thing that would make me think it's not 50-50 is if she could take out more than she put in whenever she wanted to. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it not be 50-50 to me. Okay. No.
Okay. I get it. Well, not 50-50.
We know you're not.
I'm not 50-50. So I'm not 50-50. I don't know if I'm not I don't got nothing else to add. I'm not 50-50.
Rodney, what do you do?
I don't know. I guess I'm just in a partnership. You know, we take care of each other, however it comes. You know, like 1 month. You know, somebody might need personal property tax, for instance. That bill rolls around. Okay, don't worry about it. I got you and mine. Boom. Something else pop up a couple months later. She come to me. I heard you got a hospital bill, don't you? Don't worry about that. I'm gonna take care of that. I'm gonna pay that hospital bill for you. I got a bonus coming up this week or next check, and I know you got that bill, so I'm gonna take care of that for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how you classify that. I don't know if you classify it as 50-50, but I just classify it as a partnership. You know, we take care of each other.
That's not 50-50 to me. That's more free flowing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
All right. That was cool, man.
Wait. Cool. Before we leave this, hold on. Who wants to be 50-50? Who wants to? Let me define it. Who wants
other
to?
Than you?
I'm never going off. Who wants to take the bills, the mortgage, the bills, put it on a spreadsheet, divide that shit by 2, say this is what you owe, this is what I owe. Who wants to do it that way?
That ain't for me.
I don't.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't
know. I don't want to do it that way.
When we get off this this call, I mean this meeting, you keep this same energy. You know they're watching.
So you telling me everything put on a spreadsheet. This is what the total is.
I can show you the spreadsheet. I can show it to you. It's right here.
So how in that scenario are you saying that person could take whatever they want and it won't mess your spreadsheet up?
No, not me. I'm saying, I'm asking, is that what you can happen in your situation?
Nah, like if you do, that's a conversation though, Jay. Like that's not. So if we pulling everything together and everything's supposed to add up to the 800 whatever, and you didn't snatch half the damn money to just hit whatever, so we're gonna be upside down.
Mhm.
That
Okay.
ain't me. That ain't me covering it. You know.
What I was thinking.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Squeak. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Said, I know what you said. Let me say something. Not to cut you off. I want to enhance what I think you're about to say. What you're doing. So what said does, it sounds like to me, is he's covering everything. And if wifey wants to go buy a new Louis purse, she can go do it, and it's cool with him because he's covering, the bills. I'm sure they save a certain amount.
Mhm.
Is that how you do yours?
Yeah, that's I cover the lion's share of it. The lion's share of everything. Like that's what I don't know. That's what I've been doing. And she pays stuff. She pays stuff, light bill, stuff like that. But the bulk of everything I pay. But what 50-50 to me means is you pay your part and you're taking out of the relationship money to do what you want to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a 50-50 is to me.
That's
You
right.
paying your part and you taking your other part of it and you just doing whatever you want to do with it.
Like if the mortgage is $2,000, I thought 50-50 was we both give $1,000 a piece.
Yeah.
And so you still may generate $3,000 for that 2-week period, but you never threw the whole $3,000 in. You just paid your $1,000 and you good. You walk away. That's what I thought 50-50 was.
That's how I'm taking it too.
Okay.
But I guess as a group we're saying that's kind of three of us saying that's kind of unrealistic.
I mean, it's unrealistic to go fit. Well, unless you got a spreadsheet. Obviously, you got a spreadsheet, and you can damn sure do 50-50. So I got a question. So it's 50-50. Like, hey, I got this. I'm gonna take care of the mortgage. I'm gonna take care of the mortgage this month. You just paid this, and this. Without looking at the dynamics of is it dollar for dollar. But if if it's just easier for me to go ahead and knock the mortgage out this week for something, and you just make sure you take care of another bill, is that 50-50?
I think that's a 50-50. I think that's 50-50. Not exact, but everybody paying their part.
It may not equal 50, but yeah, that's good.
Mm.
I think that's a 50-50 scenario, kind of.
But what about let's just stay on this for a bit. What about if you got separate cars? One car is only in her name, one car is only in your name. Now, how does that scenario play out? If you pay yours, she pay hers, that's 50-50, right?
That's 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
But you also you got to look at married versus single, or in dating, in a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, we dating. Why am I paying your car note?
True. All right, boys. Good talk. Good talk. Let's move on to the next topic.
Sound like 3 sugar daddies in the making.
Nah.
So about 10 more years.
I'm married.
All right, I'm just playing.
All right, guys. Brittney Griner is in the news. She was a prisoner swap for Victor Bout, Victor Boot, I think his name is pronounced. Boy, I didn't realize it'll get all this blowback. I just didn't realize how big a deal this was going to be, how politicized it was going to be. I think we first touched on it last time. We touched on it being, we all felt bad for Brittney. We really didn't think it was going to happen, but I think to everybody's surprise, they went ahead and made that prisoner swap. We really didn't think it was going to happen, but I think to everybody's surprise.
My bad, said that was me.
So I want to know your thoughts now. What are y'all thinking? Did we make a mistake? Did America make a mistake by releasing Brittney, especially for this prison swap?
You
What
said
y'all think about that?
You said that wrong. You said, did America make a mistake by releasing Victor or getting Brittney?
Yeah, both. Did we make a mistake? Was that a bad deal? Was
Nah.
that a bad deal? Go ahead.
Nah, she first of all, welcome home, Brittney. She was unfairly locked up, I believe. Victor is what, the mercenary of death, arms dealer. I mean, we have that in every state in this country. You know what I'm saying? Whether he was an international guy or what, we were really trying to do a 2-for-1 with the guy. We were really trying to get another American citizens that was over in Russia as well, but they refused. So you had a young lady that was, incarcerated for carrying illegal vape pen, but they got nuclear arms over there and invaded Ukraine. So I think it was, not to say it was fair, but at the end of the day, we live in a very dangerous country. You know what I'm saying? He don't have no arms that we can't get in this country. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was no big deal, me personally.
It's not good optics, because obviously it's how it's going to look is you got, a high profile. I mean, this is how I think they look at it. You got a high profile celebrity, and there's always a bit of entitlement that's associated with celebrities. Plus, the reason she's there is her fault. She did break the law. And then you look at patriots or former military, the Paul whatever guy. He's a former Marine, and he's still over there. So people are going to look at it like we got a Marine, someone who fought for our country, who isn't released, but here we are releasing this celebrity, this athlete. So I think that from that perspective, I think that's why it's blowback, because they figures, I guess, you should, a veteran or someone who served in the military or someone of that nature should be let go, before she should. And then on top of the fact that, you basically letting the terrorists, you freeing her for a terrorist, basically. So I could see how people could be like, damn, that's fucked up. But I'm glad she home, though. I'm definitely glad she home.
My turn. It could go both ways. No, it's not a good trade. She would have had to do that time if stuff was fair. Because this guy, I don't know if you ever seen the movie. I don't know if the movie is all the way true, but if half the stuff that guy did is true, then he should still be locked up.
So this Cage movie.
Yeah, it's not a fair trade. That's how I feel about that one. She's out. I'm kind of getting over it. But that other guy, I think his name is Paul, the Marine.
Mm-hmm.
This dude, he's not getting out. This dude, from what I read, deserves to be locked up. He went over there to go to a wedding, and this dude skipped the wedding. They called him like in a hotel room with 80 grand cash. He was all about that wedding, and he skipped the wedding. He was like pushing to go over there to get to attend this wedding. He skipped the wedding, found him with 80 grand in his hotel room. So it looks like that guy is a real spy. He was over there probably really spying, so they're not going to let that guy out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I feel about it.
And I forgot, obviously, race is playing a huge part in this. It's in, she's a black woman, so people are all, so you're gonna have those type of people that's gonna be looking at it like, we got a, perfectly good Anglo-Saxons still incarcerated, yet we let We let this gay butch black girl. We traded her for a terrorist. So, that's
if she makes one mistake, over here, one mistake, one DWI, one domestic violence call, she is done. They're gonna barbecue her ass.
But
You
she
right,
got the
Jay.
right to.
What do you say, Squeak?
I said she got the right to make a couple of mistakes. When you being held like that, and you put in, like that week she came home, it was nothing but internet jokes. Like, I feel sorry for her wife. Just strap on jokes. You know what I'm saying? Just sexual, just sexual jokes that just hit the internet with people just going in about, how she about to beat her wife down and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like, man, over some marijuana oil though. Like, get a girl a fine or a ticket or something like that. I know that's that country, but I don't respect them like that when it comes to the shit that they doing, to Ukraine and the nuclear weapons they dropping and all this other shit that y'all gonna, hold somebody's feet to the fire over some marijuana oil, So that's just my personal opinion. I ain't mean to take that, but that's my personal opinion.
No, I think, Jay, I think you bring up a good point, man. She's gonna have to walk on a real thin line because, it was a way lopsided, if you want to call it swap. It was kind of lopsided. I was reading that they've been trying to get this dude back for decades. Like, the Obama administration wouldn't let him go for nothing. The Trump administration wouldn't let him go for nothing. And Biden finally found somebody with enough celebrity, with enough pull to react. And once he saw that, he was like, "Oh, this is how I'm gonna get my guy back."
Yeah.
And from what they said, there was no discuss. I mean, they wouldn't discuss anybody else. Like, okay, if you want Brittney Griner back, you got to get him. Enough said. There's no more negotiation. So it's a hard negotiation. It's a hard line negotiation. But boy, she went. I hate that she was there. She shouldn't have been there, but she did break the law. So I got mixed feelings. I definitely got mixed feelings about it. I really got mixed feelings about it because, on one hand, she did break the law. On the other hand, we let a guy go that is the notorious criminal arms dealer. But all in all, she's gonna have to make it up. Basically, she's gonna have to make it up into the the eye of the public opinion. She's gonna have to make it up. And I think did she have some domestic abuse allegations back in the day and some stuff like that too?
Yeah.
So she's gonna have to live, man. She's gonna have to live clean, or they won't ever let this go. She's gonna have to live clean.
But Victor in the same boat too. He in the same boat too. He got one more sale to make, and they gonna catch his ass again.
He'll probably end up dead.
Yeah.
He'll probably end up dead on some secretive type shit.
Yeah, but they barbecuing. They gonna barbecue Brittney as long as she over here. There's gonna be a certain population of people that don't like it, and they gonna criticize it, and they gonna hold her to this crazy high level throughout the rest of her life.
Which is crazy because she gay.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question. Did you all ever think she was getting home, or did you all think she was gonna do that for 9 years?
I didn't think she would do 9.
I didn't see her coming home.
Wait a minute, Rodney. We got to go back. You said because she's gay. Well, what do you mean?
Because usually gay people are protected. They're
Oh, okay.
All
right. Somebody could take that out of context. I just want to fix it up.
Hey, it is what it is. But they margin, she touching 2 or 3 minorities.
Yeah, true.
And that shit don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
That is a point. I didn't see any LGBT support behind her at all.
You never do when it's black.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that.
Good point.
Okay.
Good point. All right. Next topic, gentlemen. So we had the pleasure of sitting at a game, myself and Rodney and J Rock, and we kind of paused, me and Rodney, as the national anthem was being sang. You know, people standing up, showing their patriotism, hand over their heart, hats off. And Rodney asked me a question. I was like, man, I don't know. I was like, let's apply this to our group and let's apply this to the pod. And let's ask the boys what they think about it. So, national anthem. Does it apply? What does it really mean to you? Rodney, I'll let you kick this one off because it was a topic that you kind of had some insight on, or you wanted to talk a little bit about.
So it doesn't mean anything to me. But neither does lift every voice and sing. You know that you know they don't get me all choked up and shit. You know, the only national anthem that I like is the one Marvin Gaye did, and it ain't because of patriotism. It's because he freaked that motherfucker. He was just so soulful with it. You know,
right?
It wasn't a dun 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 dun. Nah, they had like a little beat track behind him, and motherfuckers was swaying in the audience and shit. So that's why that national anthem is symbolic, not because of the words and the pride it fills me with, because that shit don't apply to me or anyone who looks like me.
Okay.
And patriotism is another thing. I don't know if we talking more about that, but patriotism for me, I'm finna fuck around and get banned.
Talk your talk.
So to me, you know, it's always funny about this being a patriot and all that. But honestly, to me, a lot of white nationalism is disguised as patriotism.
Yeah.
And when I see a Confederate flag and an American flag,
yeah,
I don't see the difference. And I'm gonna turn it over.
Oh wow. I want to come back and ask you a question, but we can go ahead with the anthem. Jay, what did it mean to you? What does the anthem mean to you?
Nothing, man. I don't even stand up. I appreciate patriots, veterans, patriots who, I guess not patriots, veterans who serve this country, who, especially the people who lost their lives. You know, I feel for their families, their kids, people who put their lives on the line to defend this country. But the anthem and how we get treated in this country don't coincide. It doesn't really mean anything to me. So when it's playing, I'm sitting down, to be honest.
Okay. What about you, Hugh?
You know, man, I respect those that respect it, but it don't hit home to me like it used to. You know what I'm saying? As a former athlete that, you know, they used to play the anthem, you put your hand over your heart. I get up and walk away. You know, if I'm at a game, football game or some baseball game, Sunday tennis, I get up and I make sure that I'm not participating like that. You know, it's just that I don't feel it no more like I used to. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Everything that I've seen, everything that I'm experienced, I don't feel it no more like that. Respect to the veterans, respect those that serve in our military, men and women. But nah, I don't think that represents me no more.
Wow. You know, guys, to me, I'm with you. I do it out of respect. But I've never sat down or anything. I do it out of respect. I do it out of respect for Rodney. I do it out of respect for all the men and women that serve. Like, I just feel I buy into that free because of what they did for me. So I really don't think about the country as a whole, which maybe I should start thinking about. But I think about more of the sacrifice that everybody. I mean, my partner, you know, took 4, 5, 6 years out of his life. You know, my cat. He took for, you know, defending us, and he got stories about it. So I do it more as that's my feeling towards, you know, the people who who's actually did something to help it. But I'm with you guys, and I may start looking at it a little differently because it really isn't for us, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
And
Rod,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Seth.
Nope. And I was just gonna follow up with a question to you. That was I was gonna hit on. You know, as a former military man, I was like, whoa, you know, armed service guy. That you felt that way. So, but go ahead.
Yeah. Because I think, and I didn't see it. I didn't see it nowhere near the extent that some of our forefathers saw it. Well, I mean, what they felt. So I'm talking about like fighting in World War II. You know, you're going over to Europe you're going to liberate Europe, but you living under Jim Crow when you get back. You know, you're a second class citizen when you get back. If you were to get back from the war,
right,
and just being disrespected even in uniform.
Mm-hmm.
How our forefathers were just, you know, disrespected, spit on, you know, told to go to the back of the bus when you just gave your life, you know, put your life on the line to liberate some people that you'll never see. So that has always kind of stuck with me.
Wow.
To where, you know, it just don't hit the same for me. And to be fair, to be honest, like when I joined, it wasn't out of patriotism. It wasn't because of some deep, profound love for the country. It's because I ain't had shit else to do. Like I was at a crossroads in my life to where wasn't nobody hiring me. School wasn't an option at the time. So it was like, what can I do to where I can quit being a burden on my parents? You know, I've been their responsibility for 18 years. And if I continue down the same path, I'm going to be under their responsibility for another 10 years. So it was like, nah, let me go to the military and let me do that. That way I'm out of their hair and shit. We'll see what happens when I get in. So, yeah, the whole anthem thing, man, nah. You know, I appreciate you getting up and doing that. And another thing, I will get up. Like I'll stand up because to me, it ain't even worth, you know, I know it don't mean nothing to me. I know it doesn't speak to me, but it ain't worth me, you know, having to, you know, grab somebody by their collar, you know, about disrespecting me because I didn't get up or I didn't do this or I didn't do that. So, and when Kaepernick, when he was kneeling, right, 2016, I was in Jackson, Mississippi, at a football game, and they playing the anthem, right? So it's like, if I don't get up and this is right when everybody was protesting. So the anthem's being played, and I'm sitting here like, if I sit down, kneel, whatever the fuck, who the fuck knows about it in Jackson, Mississippi? Like, how is this making a statement? Like, you know what? Fuck it. It don't mean shit to me. I'm gonna stand up in for 2 minutes and get it over with. But that's just my 2 cents. I mean, I may be branded as unpatriotic or whatever, but
nah.
You know, until the, you know, this country has, you know, treated us like second-class citizens and continue to do that, but yet and still we're expected to, you know, stand tall and take our hat off and, you know,
not say nothing, not do nothing.
Put our hands over our heart, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a bitter pill to swallow after so long, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, a side note to that, you know, flag burning is a felony.
Say that again.
Flag burning is a felony.
Mm-hmm.
You burn the flag, United States flag is a felony.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody got thoughts on? I mean, is that cruel? Is that especially us being, you know, Black Americans?
I mean,
is that going too far?
Is it going too far to burn the flag, or is it going too far to be punished for burning the flag?
I want your opinion on both.
Man, it's I ain't gonna be able to go to work tomorrow. So it's all money, man. Like you see, the veterans and stuff before football games and how they're out there. I mean, that shit, they pay for that shit. Like,
Right.
it's not they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart. It's, they paying for that shit. And another thing, you talk about burning the flag. A flag is not the American flag is not supposed to be a part of any kind of apparel. So if you got some shorts that are in the American flag shorts, that's not what the flag is intended for. It's not supposed to be used as any kind of apparel, but yet you see it all the time.
Bandanas and everything.
Yeah, bandanas, shorts, shirts. So, it's it's just all about money, man. And
So you said something right there. Who's paid? Are they paid to participate? What do you mean by that? I missed that.
The NFL pays the army and the military.
What do you mean, like hold on, let me make sure I understand this. You talking about like when guys are there to be honored? Are they paying them?
What you say, Sid?
Yeah, you going in and out.
So the guys that are getting honored, do they get paid?
Well, not the guys that are getting honored, but with this whole thing with military before games, like there's money involved with that. Now, if you lose a leg in Iraq and they pull you out there, it's not necessarily for that. But these big productions they put on before games, it's money involved in that.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that.
I thought that's who the people who Colin Kaepernick got his advice for to take the knee. I thought it was military people that told him that if he wanted to do a national anthem, that if he wanted to still honor, he could take a knee and it wouldn't be looked at as disrespect. As soon as he did it, the media took it the other way.
Yeah, it was a Marine or a Navy veteran that told him that, because at first he was sitting down on the
bench. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Does it even?
Lastly, your thoughts on burning the flag, Squeak and J-Rock?
I'm not really into that. I mean, I think that's a bit excessive. You know what I'm saying? When I see people doing that, I don't really understand the meaning of it. Burning the flag, and then you just gonna sit here. You hate the country that much. Get up out of here. Not to say that I'm so in love with the ways and sort our rules and how we've been treated. You know what I'm saying? But kind of what Rodney said, it's just some things you do that about to kick this war off. It's about to kick an altercation off. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we're not in a safe environment where we can really speak and do things that we really want to say and act how we really want to act. I'm not that bold sometimes in those environments where I just sit down doing the national anthem. I just get my ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not have to deal with that crowd.
And I don't want to burn the flag. I just want us to be treated better.
Yeah. So I don't get the meaning behind the burning the flag. You know what I'm saying? Standing.
Hey, if I sold flags, I would be okay with people burning the flag. If I was selling them, go ahead and burn them. Shit.
Make that money back.
You want another one?
Me personally, in this country, I think if you have one flag that you represent, that when you see like the Nazi flag and the Confederate flag, I always thought that should be illegal. I always thought that should warrant like a fine or something like that. I always thought that was like, treason or the biggest sellout in my opinion. If you so patriotic and stuff like that, that when you see a person holding a different type of flag in this country outside of another country, man, you know what I'm saying? I never see veterans or patriotic people go at them like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's cracking me up, man. Yeah. I don't like
got it.
Burn. Can you hear me?
Right.
Can you hear me? I don't like the burning the flag thing because you got to be an
Yep.
angry fucking person to
Right.
be outside burning anything. Like you got a deep hate or anger in you. Like if you outside burning cardboard, like what the fuck is wrong with you? Paper, anything. So yeah, you got a deep hate inside of you. Like fuck this country. Yeah, that's not cool.
Oh, God. All right. All right. In the news again. We move on to the next topic before Jared loses.
Yeah, he really tickled.
Right.
Can you picture somebody just outside burning a newspaper? You be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But swap that out for a flag. Like you out your fucking mind.
We used to burn leaves, man. We used to burn leaves.
Oh man.
Uh,
People are crazy.
all right. Back in the news. I was shocked about this one too, boys. Deion catching a lot of blowback, a lot of big blowback about him, about the move from Jackson State to Colorado. But I really want to touch on one piece. They really, I wanted your all opinion on if you were just put yourself in the seat of one of those Colorado players, those current Colorado players,
Mm-hmm.
and a message that Deion comes through with. I just want an opinion on how would you feel if you're sitting in that seat. Deion says, "I'm coming, and I'm bringing my bags, and they Louis bags." Is this message too black? Is he alienating a lot of them white players? Y'all think?
I think they have a shitty program. So why come in their face and smile and say you guys are all safe? I'd rather know the truth that a coach not feeling me than smile in my face and deny me that transfer, you know what I'm saying, that I need. But when you believe in yourself as an athlete, you want to prove it to the coach that I'm that dude, and whoever you bring, it ain't better than me. Bring them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They can stay in my room. I put them on the field. They ain't got nothing on me, and I can prove it to you. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't have that attitude, you already know that you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna win that battle. That's why you paranoid. That's why you ready to go through the transfer portal. What he's trying to do is see who the real dogs are, who ready to fight. That's what he's doing. He's stirring up the pot. He's trying to see who the real dogs, who gonna get panicked, who gonna get scared and be weak. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he's saying when he reviewing the tapes on them dudes, that they weak. You know?
Yeah, that's definitely what he's doing. But one position in particular ain't gonna get that opportunity to show what they can do.
You think you're talking about the quarterback position?
Yeah, he already said his son the quarterback.
But that don't mean anything. Listen, your son got to prove it.
Man, you
have to prove it.
Have you been watching Deion
His
Sanders?
son is good. His son is good. I ain't saying that the guy is.
There is no way in hell anyone else is going to start over his son.
Anything can happen, Rodney.
That's why the quarterback's in the transfer portal already, because they know no one is starting over his son. Now, if his son was a defensive tackle or a linebacker or some shit like that, then it could be. But at that position, no. His son's going to be the quarterback, and he ain't really got to do shit.
So what? Help me if I'm wrong. His son is like a sophomore, right?
Yeah. To me, it seems like he's.
Go ahead, Sid.
I think he might be a junior.
Yeah. So think about it. His son ain't gonna be there that long. So you just weigh it out. His son ain't gonna be there that long. His son ain't gonna be there for the length of time he's gonna be coaching.
But you don't have to wait anymore.
You run now, you're gonna be running for the rest of your life.
No, not really.
I mean, you got schools that already recruited their existing quarterback. So wherever you go, you're gonna have to get on the field and prove it.
But you'll have the opportunity at those spots. You're not going to have an opportunity to be the quarterback at Colorado while Shador Sanders is there.
That's cool. That's cool.
What about the other son, Junior? Wide receiver. Is he playing?
No, he a D back.
Okay.
Defensive back.
Must
But
have switched, like I guess. But is this spot guaranteed?
I would think it is. I mean,
Yeah.
the way he's talking, he's bringing a few people that's gonna play.
But you got to look at it. I mean, we could say you got to have that dog in you and all that, but you got to look at it from the other perspective, not our perspective.
Right.
But if you're a white guy playing a skill position, not linebacker, not defense, not tackle, but if you're a white guy that plays a skill position, you ain't got a chance, man. And they know that. They know that. They don't have a chance. So it may sound weak for, on the surface that they run into the portal or go to the portal or whatever, but I mean, it only makes sense, man. Their chances of playing there are slim and none going against those dogs that he bringing in. So now we would have a different perspective, but they gonna have. But you got to look at it from their perspective. I would think.
Hey, let's go back to the original question for a second. Let me throw this out.
Mm-hmm.
You basically saying is his approach too black? Is it too ghetto? You know what I'm saying? Is it too loud? Too
Exactly.
Too prime time. I can't do that impression. Too prime time, baby. I think his advantage right now is they only have one win. So I think it's not too ghetto, too black.
Right.
So he'll have more than one win. So
you got to stir the pot in that scenario, I think, and that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, he's going to sell some tickets, sell some season tickets, get some donor money in. He's that first 1 or 2 seasons, he's going to pay off. So I think they'll put up with just about anything. I saw he was changing like the sayings on the wall. You know how it says character, spirit, champion. He was like, nah, change that. It was nothing wrong. The banners and stuff look brand new. It was like, nah, change that, rearrange this. They're like, yes, okay. He's like, put a podium right here, put a game right here. I was like, yes, okay. So as long as he can bring in money, sell tickets, he'll be okay.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think that's the calling card. I think he's gonna pop. I think he's gonna be successful. I think it's gonna work. I'm just thinking of those student athletes that's like, man, he wants you to be the dog, and that's all I can see. But I just knew it was a message that it wasn't gonna resonate with everybody, especially in that room when he was talking to him. You just knew that that's not a message that was gonna be well received by some people. So, but I guess the weaker fall off, the stronger stay.
Yeah, when you take race out of it, you get a bunch of coaches that talk like that. What's the basketball coach, Bobby Knight? He ain't take no mess from anybody. He would get up in your type of face. Just remove race out of it. You either gonna get down or you gonna lay down.
And I don't think that's like Deion is clearly something different.
So is Bobby Knight.
But it wasn't. He didn't. But Bobby Knight didn't appeal to a specific segment. He was just a coach. Deion. His message is fine-tuned for a specific segment. So now he's having to expand that on, however many white players he has on his team. So it's a difference. It ain't just all about being a dog, But I do think Deion has the ability to kind of mold it, shape it, into to where it can fit. Because I was telling Sid, I watched him. I don't know if you all saw it, but he met with his some of the positions, and he met with the special teams position players, and they were all white.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, he told them like, "Look, I'm coming. I'm gonna bring some people with me, but you all, you can't, don't be afraid of competition, because if you're afraid of competition, you don't belong here anyway, right?" So I think he have the ability to shape that message to where even the white kids will get it. Some of them still gonna run. Some of them gonna bounce, which is like you say, which is what he want, because he want to see who he can count on, who he can't. But it's not gonna be he just show up on campus and boom, everything's smooth. He gonna have to shape that message and cater a little bit.
Listen, I think a lot of people forgetting the one important thing. Coming from Jackson State to Colorado academically is a big jump. So them dogs that you talking about bringing, they better have some academic background to themselves. They better be able to handle themselves in the 200 plus classroom. That's going to be different from what they used to of 30 people, 20 people in the classroom. So hopefully your dogs are academically balanced. You know what I'm saying? They can do it on the field and in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna need some of them white boys to help you, to help your dogs that you got there. Show them the ropes around Colorado and stuff. It's gonna have to be balanced.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to grab some about the collars that are trying to leave and pull their ass back and be like, that message wasn't for you. I know you got it within you. Come on back on the field. Show me what you got. You ain't got to run. Show me what you got. And that's what he has to do. You know what I'm saying? He got to change things and shake it up.
All right, cool. Any other last thoughts on Colorado, Deion?
Best of luck, bro. Best of luck.
I'm looking forward to it. I want to see how it plays out.
I think it's
so
I can't wait. There's gonna be some big ratings.
So yeah, but I talked to my cousin that lives in Jackson.
Okay.
And they killing them. They are absolutely killing them. It ain't no, best of luck and all that. They feel like he abandoned them.
Mm-hmm. They should feel like that.
They feel like they should feel like that.
That's the one place. Yeah, that's the one place that I think can feel that way. You know what I'm saying? That's the one place they got the right to be like, damn, we finally got some. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we lost Albert Pujols.
Right.
That we hated him. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's the one place.
I think
that's the one place that can feel like that.
I mean,
but the majority. I'm saying the majority. Of
we saw Cleveland do LeBron like that. They didn't say bye. We appreciate you, LeBron. They burnt them damn jerseys up
But the circumstances were a little different then. But
although he didn't bring a championship his first few years, he had to play sold out every single home game. He brought life to them. Unfortunately, the owner couldn't get him the proper coach to build a better team and draw people. Deion's situation is different. He cleaned up Jackson State, got it there, but we all can speculate that he wanted to go to a bigger place. But Jackson State, man, really, really, really said, you hit it on it, man. HBCU should have really gave him the play to be the commissioner. I mean, you got a once in a lifetime type of player that could really bring the highlight, which is what he did. He highlighted that league and with the TV contract. That's really what the HBCs really need, man. They need more players and stuff like that to really come help these kids, more resources and stuff like that. Deion had a bigger goal, and so when you got a bigger goal, you can't hold nobody back,
So I got a question. So if Deion would have stayed, would you see the effects on all HBCUs?
Nah.
Or would you just see it strictly at Jackson State? Because from what I think, what it looked like to me, Jackson State was just going to be a powerhouse because he was going to be able to get he could go head to head with the Power 5 schools and recruit and get those guys.
Mm-hmm.
But Grambling can't, Southern can't, Lincoln can't, McNeese State can't. None of those other schools can. So if everybody is just funneling to Jackson State but going nowhere else, would that be good for HBCUs?
Initially, it wouldn't be good, Rodney, but there's got to be some kind of trickle down effect. There has to be some kind of way where, you know, as more athletes start seeing Jackson State become more prominent, you know, Southern is big enough so they can do some recruiting. Grambling is big enough. Alcorn State. These are all big, can be big time schools, big time programs. Not quite to the level that Deion made it, but there's got to be some trickle effect. The stadium, you know, when that money starts coming in the HBCs, those stadiums start to get better. They start sharing that revenue amongst all those colleges.
Right.
And everything, the facilities start to get better, the fields start, but you're talking about a long haul. You know what I'm saying? You're talking some years. So I don't know if anybody got that kind of time to wait and build.
Right.
But
so
I
that's my
do
point.
to answer the question. Yeah.
But that would be my point though. Like he could not be long enough there to make an impact where it's just gonna because what other than the SWAC, we know what the SWAC is now.
Mm-hmm.
What's Lincoln in? What's
right.
What's these other HBCUs?
Multiple divisions. Yes, multiple divisions.
What are they in? We don't know. To me, he brought more. He brought more notoriety to the SWAC than he did other HBCUs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He brought notoriety to the SWAC. So, that was just my question to it. Like, if he stayed, because we have yet to, are we going to see a time where someone who's LSU is recruiting, they decide, okay, I'm not going to LSU, I'm going to Grambling. You know, Grambling ain't got nobody with that pool. Even Hugh Jackson, who's a former NFL coach, he don't have that pool to get somebody not to go to LSU and go to Grambling.
Yeah, I definitely forgot he was down there.
You know, you're right, because he should be just as qualified. You know, not qualified. That's a bad word, but he has enough NFL, enough experience should be able to pull people to come there. But it's all about that swag Deion got, man. It's personality, it's swag. That's all it is.
But Hugh just had the job. He wasn't successful in the job. He wasn't a successful NFL coach.
But
he wasn't a successful head coach. He was a successful offensive coordinator. He was a successful coach, but he just was he wasn't a successful head coach.
Yeah, I mean, because you remember him for his last position, you know what I'm saying? So he don't resonate with the kids like Deion, who is funny that the kids even resonate with him since he played so long ago. Most of them didn't even get to see him play, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But some people transcend that.
That's a fact. That's
most of these people never seen Jordan play, but
that's
Jordan is Jordan,
right?
You know, Deion is Deion.
Yeah.
So I doubt that any of those kids. So Hugh Jackson coached all. You know, he's been all over in several different teams and several different levels, but they couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I could pick him out of a lineup.
Yeah.
So if you can't even pick him out of a lineup, you ain't really worried about he had the number one offense in 2013, or he had the number two defense here, and none of that matters because you can't YouTube Hugh Jackson coaching, but you can YouTube Deion Sanders high stepping.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. All right, boys. So episode 23, we got a couple more. I'm gonna throw in this topic. In honor of 23, in honor of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Episode 23. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. MJ. 23rd episode. This is our 23rd episode. Give me y'all favorite Jordan.
13th. Now, is 11 the black patent leathers?
Yeah, 11.
Yeah. Don't mind. Don't mind. I could do one better though.
Jared, you got a favorite Jordan?
Yep, the 12s. I like the 12s.
12. All right. And I bet you I know what Rodney doing. He probably unboxing a pair of ears right now. Know what he doing?
That's what all that noise is.
Yep.
What we talking about?
Uh-huh.
Talking about. What we talking about? What we talking about?
Ooh, yes. Yeah. Yes.
Favorite Jordan of all time, Air Jordan 3. And ooh, crispy.
Yeah, them joints are nice.
Yep.
What's yours?
So-
What's yours, Ed?
4. I agree with Rodney. The 4 is my favorite Air Jordan. Blue. True blue is my favorite color, but that's my favorite Jordan.
Oh hell!
All right, boy.
I got a pair on right now. I got another pair.
Yeah.
I'm jaded out.
What's yours, Jared?
The 12. I like the 12.
Nice. All right, let's wrap this up with Slurp of the Week, boys. Okay.
Hey, give me last.
All right, I'm gonna start.
Okay.
This Slurp of the Week, y'all gonna have to follow me on this one. This Slurp of the Week has been going. It's memes. I don't know exactly who's putting out these different memes, but there's these memes that's going around that are they're saying quarterbacks GPA while they were in high school or college. It's flashing the GPA number, and you'll see Tom Brady 3.3. You'll see Jalen Hurts. He was like a 3.7. When it came to Lamar Jackson, they showed a 1.4. Now, you know what they trying to do. They trying to put my boy out on Front Street like he ain't a smart man.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, to run an NFL offense, you have to have some level of smartness, some level of genius to you. You just have to. There's no way you can learn all them plays, be that good, and not be a very smart person. So I looked into that just a little bit. My wife and I, he actually had a 1.4 his freshman year of high school.
Okay.
He ended up graduating high school with an over 3-point GPA.
That's cool.
So, it's just, the way people do shit, man. It just pissed me off. But the kid is brilliant. I'm sad that he got hurt. I hope he get his money. But whoever putting them stupid ass memes out, that's my Slurp of the Week.
Okay.
That's cool. The one well, not it wasn't the GPA, but one white quarterback that had that label attached to them that's in the Hall of Fame.
Was it Bradshaw?
Dan Marino.
Oh, wow.
Dan Marino had one of the lowest Wonderlic scores at the time. Maybe still.
Wow.
He had one of the lowest Wonderlic scores. And but people really never talk about it. If he was black, then it would be brought up a lot. But I did see that one time. That was when he was coming out of school. That was a knock against him. That he had a really, really low Wonderlic score.
Absolutely. Oh man, that's cool. Yep. All right. What else y'all got for Slurp of the Week?
I can go.
Go ahead.
ABC News anchor TJ Holmes caught cheating with Amy Robach. Keep your dick in your pants. Messing up the bag. Released a statement. I heard about it. I didn't see the statement. Something about a statement to his wife talking about thank you for all your support and all this stuff after he got caught. So messing up millions of dollars, just looking bad, messing with this white woman.
And how she look?
She don't look good when you see her up close without the makeup. Makeup, she looks nice. Without makeup, just an older white woman.
Before y'all go on that, before we go to the next Slurp of the Week, I just got a question. Have any of you ever thought that could be something that you could do? I mean, not hit, not have sex with, but legitimately be with a white woman, relationship wise. Has that ever popped in you all's head at any point?
You mean like when you was with somebody else, or are you just talking about just independently on its own?
Throughout your 40 plus years of living, have there ever been a time where that was a strong consideration for you to, be in a relationship with a white person, with a white woman? Not well, I shouldn't say strong consideration, but you know, would you be open to it? I guess I should say at any point.
I would if you can't help who you like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love black women. I've always adored them. But at one point in my life, I was single for 5 years. So shit, I felt like black women wasn't feeling me. So I was like, I'm going to Westport and shit. I'm about to go to the other side. And I got out there and I saw 3 black girls. I aborted the mission. Like, it's always that fear that, if they catch you, it's a wrap for you. But I don't have any ill will towards white women or anything like that, and I grew up in an all black neighborhood, but I just never really had the opportunity to, I guess get close or anything or date one or, what I'm saying, just co-workers and friends and stuff. But I never had a love interest. I think growing up, my first white woman crush was Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, so.
Okay.
As kids, Daisy on Dukes of Hazzard. As a kid, all the women that I liked as a kid, most of them were white women. I didn't see. I don't know what was going on with me as a kid. I didn't see beauty in black women. I didn't see beautiful black women on TV like that. Like I got older, I saw.
The opinion of Hughes Carter is his alone. It does not reflect the views of.
Yeah, I'm seeing as a kid.
He's going left.
I didn't see that, so I remember I made a statement, something like that I was gonna get older, and but it was.
Nah, I just on a tangent. I just thought about that because I see a lot of dudes who go that route, but they don't go the right way. They just go for anything. Like if you gonna go that route, if you gonna step out there and get you a white girl, get a bad one. Don't get, a sack of potatoes. Like go, go and do it, Too often we risking everything, and you look at it and it's like, damn, that's what you did that for. But I digress.
Yeah.
Did he do that too?
Well, no. she was Puerto Rican though, right?
Nah, before that with Juanita.
I don't know.
With Jordan?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Several. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He likes white women. Don't try to pay for that. He likes skinny white women.
He said, I don't know about 3 times. We already know.
Yeah, we know. Just like Tiger.
I'm not hip on that. I'm not hip to his escapades like that.
Shit.
You know what? We are going to have that successful black man talk about them looking at women outside our race, like as a theme of they've made it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To piggyback off your tangent conversation, we're going to have that talk.
I think you up for Swerp of the Week.
Not
No. I'm not saying you Swerp of the Week. I'm saying you up to give your Swerp of the Week.
Yeah, so my Swerp of the Week, man, I
context.
I think my Swerp of the Week is the players of Colorado that are fleeing and don't want to rise to the occasion for Deion Sanders and stuff like that. Those guys and their family and media, I think those are my Swerp of the Week.
I got a random Swerp of the Week. This guy didn't do anything this week or this month that I know of, but I just want to make him Swerp of the Week. Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin is my Swerp of the Week. Because I've never seen a black man just be such a Sambo for an organization. Like Like, damn, like this nigga, he's a total buffoon for the Cowboys, and it just pisses me off for some reason. Just like, I don't know, but yeah, Michael Irvin is my swerp of the week for how he be out here samboing for Jerry Jones.
I feel it. All right, gentlemen. That's episode 24. Everybody, thanks for listening. Go ahead and like, share, follow the boys Pod Deep Podcast. Anywhere you get your podcast, please like, share, follow. Until next week. We'll see y'all next week. We out.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.